The free fall in the price of Bitcoin next. Surprising and positive economic news today when new data showed inflation for January rose at a lower rate than expected. And this follows a better than expected jobs report earlier this week. Yet, polls show the majority of Americans disapprove of President Trump's handling of the economy. And joining us now is someone we often turn to for our financial expertise. Ric Edelman is the founder of The Truth About Your Future. And Ric, as always, thank you so much for being with us.
Good to be with you, Megan. Thanks.
And a lot of things to get to here, but let's start with your take on, where the economy stands moving forward right now.
Well, it's proving to be surprisingly resilient. The jobs data was very good that just came out. Unemployment rate remains low. Interest rates are stable and hopefully coming down. Overall consumer prices are doing okay as well. So a lot of folks have been widely fearing a recession. It doesn't seem to be in sight at any moment, but there are continuing concerns. The tariffs, global economics, and in fact, if you look closely at the jobs data, almost all the jobs created in this last report were in the healthcare sector, which doesn't spell well for the overall economy, just that one sector. So there is some weakness, and this is why investors remain a little bit nervous.
Yeah, zeroing in on those details tells a clearer picture for us. Ric, now to a topic we've talked about at length, Bitcoin. Many assumed a Trump presidency would be good for cryptocurrency, but it's down more than 40% from its all-time high in October. What do you attribute that to?
Yeah, it's really fascinating. This particular crypto winter, as it's called, it's the 9th time Bitcoin has fallen this much. It came out of nowhere, and it surprised everybody, including me. And the reason is that there wasn't any specific cause for the price decline. Instead, I just created a white paper that we released this morning. You can get it at dacfp.com, dacfp.com. The white paper reveals 9 reasons why prices have fallen. None of them significant, but you put them all together and it's kind of like a whole bunch of straws breaking the camel's back. So we basically are seeing a tale of two cities. On the one hand, prices are down dramatically over the past couple of months. They may fall even further yet. But if you look beyond the numbers at the fundamental growth and development of the technology, it's all looking really very exciting. The New York Stock Exchange, every major brokerage firm, most of the banks are all very busy developing and launching new technologies based on blockchain. And this suggests that what's happening right now is temporary. Many are considering it a buying opportunity.
So let's talk about something that's just very unusual. These prediction markets, do they have any impact on cryptocurrency? The markets where you put money on anything. I know there was something on Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl. There's been a boom in these sites, Polymarket, Kalshi. A lot of talk, though, about how they're regulated, insider info, all of that. Your thoughts on those and possible impact to crypto?
They are scary because of the fact they're unregulated, as you said, Megan.
Yeah.
They're also very impactful because they're proving to be pretty accurate. Many of these sites are offering wagers that are proving more accurate than the Wall Street professionals and economists are proving to be. So I don't know that these are going to go away. They're accessible, they're inexpensive, they're ubiquitous. But there is a lack of regulation. There is a concern for fraud and abuse. There's also a concern of gambling addiction that people could become susceptible to. And that typically happens to teenage and young men as opposed to older people or women. So there are some big concerns here, but I think this is going to become more and more common, and we're going to need to offer consumer protections as a result of all of it.
Okay, and you mentioned this earlier in our conversation here, interest rates. No change from the Fed in January. After 3 straight months of cuts, we know President Trump is pressuring these rate cuts. His term, Jerome Powell's term, ends in May. How do you see things playing out the rest of the year when it comes to interest rates?
Well, we do expect that Warsh will be the next Fed chair, the recently nominated by the president, and he is what is known as an interest rate hawk, meaning he aggressively wants to bring interest rates down. That's exactly why the president has nominated him, and he'll likely succeed in executing that policy if he's confirmed by the Congress.
With all these things in mind, Ric, we always ask you just what should we do? A smart thing, a good tip, a takeaway. What should we do with our coin, with our money right now?
Well, this is a period of extreme uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen next, with anything from Trump policies to economic implication, market behavior. And for that reason, you should do two things. Number one, continue to invest slowly but steadily. In other words, not a single lump sum, but invest a little bit every month on a regular basis. And second, stay focused on 10 years from now, not 10 days from now.
Long-term thinking. Okay, that is such good advice. Financial expert and author Ric Edelman. As always, Ric, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure, Megan.
All right, take care.